Hello everyone, it's time for Chloe to finish off her first quest in Zelda Outlands here. She has three objectives remaining to complete. The first is she wants to find the magic key. The magic key, it allows you to open as many doors as you want. It's basically an infinite key. Next, once she has that infinite key, she wants to find the Thunderbird. And then finally, after defeating the Thunderbird, find the fairy princess and basically restore peace to the Zelda Outlands, or at least until the second quest starts. So, yep, we have a second quest to follow after this one. So, but that's just like the base Zelda game. I showed you in the first episode. If you want to go jump right to the second quest, enter the name Naru, N-A-Y-R-U. So we're going to end up making our way over to that staircase over there. That's going to take us deeper into the dungeon. It's almost too late. I don't know what she's referring to there, but she does use correct grammar. It's with the apostrophe, because it's a contraction of it is. So we're going to go down here, walk bomb through this wall, and then we're going to turn right around so we can get that 5 rupees. Might as well pick up everything. Come on, push it. And grab that 5 rupees. Yeah, the only rupees we missed was in level 3. I didn't walk over that one, in that one room there were some rupees. So, oops. But we saw where they were, so all you need to do is walk over with the ladder. So, in the room to the left of the entrance. So another one of these weird trap rooms where we're kind of stuck walking around with the ladder, and it can be a little difficult because sometimes you end up not on a precise square, and you get stuck, and then the traps hit you. But with the red mail, they don't do too much damage, so like a quarter heart. So they drop us right in this room with a whole bunch of wizrobes and low place to maneuver. So, oh, we got a nice fairy there. That's good. Fairies will refill 3 of our hearts, so that's nice. These enemies are being somewhat nice. They're being mean because they're hitting me, but they're being nice that a lot of them are dropping hearts. So I'm going to try to avoid using our medicine until the very end. So, alrighty. It's always nice to get a room where with easy enemies in. Let's head over here. And we got this little patch of enemy here. We see a whole bunch of rooms here with these door keys. That's where we're going to need the magic key to get through. They don't drop any small keys in this room, so the only way we're going to get through all these doors is trying to find the magic key. I'm about to take this guy out. We have a little bit more room to maneuver here on the side. We have 3 tiles as opposed to 2 tiles. And when we're going to enter that room, we're going to enter it from the top. And we'd end up bumping right into that guy. So it's easier to just take him out from the side, though. Like I say, we have a little bit more room to maneuver. And patchers are basically mini boss enemies, which means they will not respawn. So it doesn't matter. Even if we leave this dungeon and come back, the enemy will not respawn. Now we're going to focus here on the right side of the Thunderbird. Well, because it was facing us, it's left side. We got these guys respawn. I don't know why they respawn. Beats me. What? Take them out. Wish they would have dropped some hearts. That would have been nice, but nope. Can't have everything. Continue on. Got that last wizrobe there we missed last time. And another annoying patcher that we hit in from the top, so. Oh, there we go. Finish him off. And he gave us a fairy. That's nice. Well, let's keep on heading down. Hey, we're back into this room, so yeah, I didn't make any progress. But we did clear out a whole bunch of rooms, so that's the main thing we wanted to do. Back this way. But this time we're actually going to be in this section. We're going to work toward the magic key. So more of these guys. Remember, use your wand because they tend to sit in the fire. And that was an excellent drop right there. 2 fairies right in a row. Nice. Once again, as long as you do not pause here, you'll be able to sneak right past those guys. And we're coming back to this room. Last time we went to the left, picked up that free shield upgrade. Now we're going to head to the right. Nice little room here. The orange wizards are really easy, so it's always nice when you go into a room with them without their blue palette swaps doing the major damage. And the worst enemy in the game, the likes. Because the problem with likes is they never drop anything, and they take so many hits to defeat. Even with you know, the master sword here, the magical sword, your final sword, it's still taking 3 hits to take them out. And they never drop anything, so you're never going to get any rupees, you're never going to get any hearts, nothing, so they're just there to annoy you. Just like these rooms here. So, you never want to give up a heart container. So, although, I think the tool-assisted speedrun for the second quest in the original base game, since they go through without necessarily picking up extra heart containers, if you have 3 hearts, and you give up a heart container, you'll lose that heart container, but when you restart the game, it'll give you back your 3 heart containers, so they won't let you go lower than 3 hearts, so I guess that's the only time you would want to give up your a heart container. And unfortunately, we can't push the block there, because one of the enemies flew off screen. That's a common thing that unfortunately happens in this hack a lot. These wizards, the blue wizards, can go off the screen, so poor programming. Also got some kind of poor programming there that they didn't have the bubble with the highest priority, so now these enemies can all respawn again, including the bubble, so let's see if we get more fairy drops from these guys. Yeah, we did not. Boo. Last time we had 2 of them, we had 2 fairy drops, and here's our third type of Patra, the ones that like have the weird elliptical orbital. So they're the easiest ones because the flames are never going to get too far away from the the head Patra, the old man in this case. So it's pretty easy to avoid. Hey, there's a key. The only dropped, well, it's not dropped, it's the only station key there. And we want to make sure that when we do get that key, we use it on the door to the south. We don't want to, you don't want to end the game right here and pause it and do the up and A trick to restart the dungeon and then use that key somewhere else. That key was meant to be using that door right there, which is probably why they have that lock door there behind, but if the game can be broken, somebody's going to do it. I mean, you saw that in Phantasy Star 3. If you ever saw a playthrough of that, you can sell your initial starting equipment, buy an escape pipe, escape the jail with the escape pipe, but then it locks you, it soft locks you. So, just got to do a little bit of winding rooms here, go through a bunch of rooms, and eventually we're going to come up through the bottom of that room there. But here on the path to get to the magic key finally. See, there's a bunch of extra rooms here. It's funny, the Patra is, the small eyes are actually fire, but they don't light up the room, so. some reason I just thought of Ancient Aliens, and I was like, oh, the aliens gave the Egyptians electricity, that's why there was like no soot in the pyramids, but apparently that's not true at all. There was soot on the ceilings of the pyramids, where they used lanterns to light it up. So Link's lighting up things with soot, so I guess if anybody comes by this way later on, they can see that aliens lit and get the Thunderbird powers here. Uh-oh, finish this guy off before we eat our shield. Woohoo! Getting a lot of mileage out of that shield. It's the only one we end up buying, so which is good, because we already did enough rupee farming. Alright, now before we head up, I know we said we wanted to head up. We want to walk through this wall and get our skeleton key, the magic key. The 0 next to the key turned into an A. I don't know what the A stands for. All. Maybe you could put an infinity sign or something like that, but I don't know. But now it's never ending, so maybe an E for eternal. But woohoo! We got our magic key, and now all those doors that we saw earlier, when we took out that one patcher room, we're gonna make our way back to there, and we can now open up those doors with this key, and that will basically put us on a path to the Thunderbird. And the Thunderbird, you know, it's basically, for all intents and purposes, the Thunderbird is Ganon. It will behave just like Ganon does in the base Zelda game. The Thunderbird will teleport around the room, shooting fireballs, and we have to poke at it blindly with our sword for 4 times until it gets into the stun phase, the red phase, and then put a silver arrow into it, finish it off. So it's a little bit further away, but it's funny, in the second quest, the Thunderbird, we'll actually encounter the Thunderbird like in the middle of the dungeon. We'll end up defeating the Thunderbird, and we'll still wouldn't have gotten the red mail or the last heart container. They kind of, it's interesting, they put the Thunderbird in the middle of the dungeon, so you still have a decent chunk, maybe not necessarily the middle, but you know, at least maybe 2/3 when you meet the Thunderbirds. You still have maybe a third of the dungeon left to go, and items to pick up like the red mail and the last heart container. So just giving you a fair warning, when we get to that point, you'll know that hey, he hasn't missed anything. I haven't missed anything. It's just the way the game is designed. Now we can push this block, and we can go through a whole room, whole series of rooms designed to make it impossible to progress without either A, buying a whole bunch of keys outside from the merchant, or finding the magical key. Obviously we're going to go with the magical key approach, because we don't want to grind rupees, and 2, this is 100% completion. We've got to pick up everything. And it looks like we got a whole bunch more of these blue Wizrobes here, and a few of them left the screen, so we're going to have to leave the screen, come back, and have them respawn, so not just 2 of them. Take them out. Come on. Take them out before they cause trouble again. Got them out. Ooh. Nice, easy room. Would have been nicer if there was an enemy that would have dropped something. Nice to get some more hearts. We still have the 2 medicines, but like I said, we want to try to avoid using them. Do you have the thunder arrows? Yes, we do. Because we explored level 5 in its entirety. Level 5 was the one where the fairy was right at the beginning. You didn't even have to go through the whole dungeon to get it. You just had to step 1 room to the right, and got the fairy, but they force you to go through the rest of the room if you want to beat the game. Excuse me, got a little bit of a cold here. Allergies or something going on. Here we're back near the beginning of the dungeon. And can't get that ruby, unfortunately. He always seems to spawn on the opposite side of wherever you're at. So when we approached it from the right, he was inside and we couldn't reach the ruby. When we approached from the north, he was on the south side. So common feature, we're going to get a whole bunch of these trap rooms with enemies on our way to the Thunderbird. Empty room, but we're just throwing them out. We're in the head section, the section above the head there in the map, and we put up one of the Tetrarch fairies, and now the Thunderbird appears, and we just go around and stab. Now apparently if you're really fast and you do frame perfect inputs or something, you can stun lock the Thunderbird. If you watch the tool, this is a speed run of it. As soon as they hit it once, they pretty much have it stun locked, because I guess before it can teleport away, there's a few frame difference. But games like this run at 60 frames per second, so basically you have to be hitting it like 1/60th of a second, and I can't mash that good. I'm not a very good masher. So yeah, don't expect me to get any records in track and field or be very good at the game pro wrestling. You know, when we first got our Nintendo, my brother and I first got our Nintendo, it came with, we got two games. We had Mario, which came with a system, Super Mario Brothers, and there's a Triforce of Power, and we got pro wrestling because we were both into pro wrestling. We liked watching pro wrestling, and my older cousin Bill and another older cousin Mark came to help us hook up the Nintendo, and they hooked it up, and they were playing pro wrestling, and the four of us were playing pro wrestling. And since I was the youngest and couldn't mash well, I was so frustrated at the game because all they did was just beat me, and I was like, I want to play Mario Brothers. I was a little kid. I was like 6 or something, so of course I cried, and I was like, let's play Mario Brothers. But hey, there's the full completed map, including the bonus rooms, and here's the fairy princess, and let's give her a snack because she's probably famished. And we stand next to her, and that will conclude Zelda Outlands, the first quest. You've recovered the Triforce of Power. Woohoo! And all the 8 fairies and the Fairy Queen. At last, the Thunderbird is gone. Our world is safe. But is it really safe? Is the Thunderbird really gone? Well, if you've been paying any attention at all, you know that the answer is no, because we have a second quest to pop up here. So we'll just see some of the people who helped make the game and supported it and tested it, and then we'll get the screen that we've only played half the game, new quests, new secrets, and that's what we'll pick up in our next episode. Second quest. Take care. Thanks for following along. Bye.